On the surface, a game like Vamp on the Batwalk is fairly unassuming. You look at it and nothing really stands out until you take a closer look. The game's chock full of standees. The box itself becomes a fashion runway. The cards are oversized and vibrantly illustrated. The game is chock full of glitz, glamour, and gore, and... Alright, that last one was just to make an alliteration, but it kind of works because it's full of vampires. The box literally transforms into a fashion runway, and each character chosen has its specific suit added together to create a larger deck that you'll be using over the course of the game. Each suit has numbers 1 through 5, a garlic, which is always the lowest unless a star is played, and a star, which is always the highest unless a garlic is played. Each round, everyone gets 5 cards. And the gimmicky bit, which if you've watched my channel at all, you know I adore a gimmick when it works, is that you can see everybody else's hand except your own. Everybody has their cards facing out. For a trick taker, this gives you a solid amount of information, all but perhaps the most crucial. The start player for the round blindly chooses a card from their hand to start things off. Now, they won't know the value, but they will know the suit, and that suit becomes the lead for the rest of the round, making the highest number in that color the winner, unless a star is played. Stars will change the suit instantly, unless a garlic has been or is played during the same round, which is the only way a garlic can win. Now, there's this fun little rule about stealing the show. If a player plays a card that matches the lead card, but in a different suit, they steal the show, earning a bonus point and consequently changing the winning suit of the round. The player with the most points after 3 rounds wins. The whole idea of not being able to see your hand of cards and you're playing them feels really random when I say it out loud. But in practice it works super well, because you're given a not insubstantial amount of information. Each suit only has 7 cards in it, and each round every player gets 5 cards and you can see all but your own. So this becomes not a game so much of luck as it does a game of educated guessing. And while luck plays into that, the knowledge that you have gives you a certain feeling of agency, especially when you guess correctly. When you put down the correct number, or you play that star or that garlic that you have a hunch you have because you can recognize the suit that you're using. And it gives it the hallmarks of a really good small card game. But if you've noticed, it's not a super small card game. Let's touch again on the decadence of this game. It's this oversized card game that's filled to the brim with standees, vibrant art, large cards. The box itself turns into a runway. It's unnecessary. It could have fit into a box this size. But it didn't. And that's okay. And because of that, you know what this is? You guessed it. That's right. In its essence, in its blood, in its being, this game is a small box card game. But what it presents as is something a little bit more. As a table slapper, it is a game that is vibrant, that gets people's attention, and by utilizing the box as a scorekeeper that is literally a standee, it pops. It's got, you know, your little figurines, your vampire figures that walk along a Batwalk to gain points. That's cool. That stands out. It's got oversized cards, it's got personality, and it's super easy to teach while being super entertaining to play. And that's what makes this stand out. While I adore small box card games, and I want more of them, and it's something that I can never get enough of. One of my favorite games is Spoil Me Not. I mentioned it a number of times. This fits in that realm where it is, you know, a game you could pick up and play anywhere. But this, with the overproduction, it's just enough to be palatable, but without being too spicy or annoying. It is right in the sweet spot for me in terms of what this game has to offer. It's the type of thing that will get someone's attention without overwhelming them. It's not anything, I wouldn't even call this like a gateway or a welcoming game, even though it is very much on the lighter side and plays in about 15 minutes. It's a card game. It's a card game that looks really cool. It's a card game that you can pull out and people will be like, this is not like other card games because there's pieces to it. And there are other games that do that, but Vamp on the Batwalk admittedly does it very well. You know, standard disclaimer, if you don't like trick-taking games, if you don't like card games, if you don't like vampire themes, okay, you won't like this game. But I think for the majority of people, especially people that aren't necessarily in the hobby, this is going to appeal to them. And it appealed to me. and it's something I really enjoyed and really look forward to playing more of. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say. I really enjoy this game, and I think it's something that's super cool that needs to get more attention, especially if you like those small card games. For me, who's always on the lookout for a quick, unique card game, this is it. This is cool, and I really loved it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Check out the links in the description, and you can find me on all of my social media accounts, Coffee, and yeah, we'll see you next time.